Buy to let, thatched, commercial. We're your high street insurance brokers for all types of insurance. Avoid faceless internet firms.
High House Insurance, do it face to face.
See Neil and the friendly team at High Street Selsey.
High House Insurance, do it face to face.
Or call Selsey 606 552.
Hello and a warm welcome to Selsey Internet Radio. I'm Tony Weiner. On the show this week we have Pat Reed, who's going to tell us what's on in Selsey. Hugh Graham will be talking to Jill Jennings about what goes on in the town hall. Nick Jones is talking to Lisa about the amazing initiative and work that's been done to form a community nursery. Pat Reed, our Selsey Shopper, will tell you all about what she's found on the High Street this month. And we finish with Hugh Graham, who's talking to Lynn Reeve about her ideas for forming a market in Selsey. So, it's over to Pat Reed, who's going to tell us what's on.
Hi, I'm Pat Reed, and this is some of what's on in Selsey for week commencing Monday the 12th of May. For all of May, there is an exhibition at The Shop in the High Street. This is an exhibition of paintings, sketches and stained glass, as well as their usual fair trade items, which make lovely gifts. This is a nice place to eat and chat, and a cup of tea or coffee is only £1. On Tuesday the 13th of May, the RNA, Royal Naval Association, will be holding their monthly meeting at the Selsey Club, Cox's Road at 8 p.m. They meet regularly on the second Tuesday of each month. All serving or ex-naval personnel are welcome. For all enquiries, contact Gavin on 607485. On Wednesday, the 14th of May, the Selsey Women's Institute are meeting at 2:15 p.m. at the Town Hall. A warm welcome will be extended to all ladies, and for more information, contact Shirley on 606287 or Diane on 601776. On Thursday, the 15th of May, Link, Ladies in Contact, will be meeting at St Peter's Church Hall at 7:15 p.m. The speaker is John Williams, who will be giving a talk on the duties of the Lord Lieutenant. Coffee and tea will be served, and there's also a raffle. For more information, ring Mary on 604718 or Beryl on 603750. The Selsey Model Boat Club will be meeting on Wednesday the 14th of May between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m. and Sunday 18th of May from 10 a.m. until noon at the pond at East Beach Car Park. They meet every Wednesday and Sunday at these times, weather permitting. That's all for now. Until next time.
Thank you, Pat. And now it's over to Hugh Graham, who's talking to Jill Jennings about what goes on in the town hall.
It's Selsey Internet Radio. Hugh Graham is talking to Jill Jennings. Jill, tell us what the council's got for us this week.
Yes, I think you wanted an update on the nursery.
Yes, we did.
As probably everybody knows by now, the First Step Nursery that's based at the Selsey Centre had given notice to close, and obviously people are very concerned about this. We, the Town Council, own the building and we rent out that part of the building to a nursery. So we were very keen to get somebody in quickly to continue the service and the facility. And a council decision last night, we had asked people that were interested in running a nursery to get in touch with us, and we interviewed a couple of these organisations that had expressed an interest last week. So at the council meeting last night, we made the decision who we're going to rent the premises to, and that is the Selsey Community Nursery.
Okay.
So it's been agreed that they will now take on the lease. So we've got to obviously look at the terms and conditions and various bits and pieces. All the legalities have got to be tied up, but we're hoping that they will be going in July. So there will hopefully be no gap between the service provided.
So what time will the nursery be open?
That is obviously up to the organisation
but
to
at the moment-
decide. From I think it's 7 o'clock in the morning to sort of 6 o'clock at night.
Okay.
On Mondays to Fridays,
Uh-huh.
and there's various sessions. I have to say I'm not totally au fait with all the different sessions and the facilities provided. Each nursery has different ways of running, but they're hoping to be able to run a flexible service so that will meet all the needs of the community, basically. So that will include breakfast clubs, after school clubs, holiday clubs, and various things. But obviously they've got to get time to establish themselves and sort out what is needed, basically.
And how old are the children going to be?
These are nursery children, so before school.
So
They can start at-
under 5?
Yes.
And they can start at what age?
I think so many months, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
They do have baby facilities.
Right, okay.
Yes.
So, and this will allow young mothers to go to work?
That's right. That's it.
Is that its primary function?
Yes, I mean, it's just supporting families and however they might need some childcare.
Right.
I mean, it's not always just when people are going to work. They may have appointments, a sort of creche type facility, which we haven't got in Selsey.
So it's obviously a profit-making concern.
It will be an the one that's taking over will be a community nursery.
Okay.
They're going to be running as a community organisation, so any net profit will be put back into the community.
Okay.
That is their intention.
Right. And so, would it be affordable for the young mothers?
Again, I'm not sure of the costs involved, but there are a lot of government funding that cover children of a certain age.
Yeah. All right, fine. Well, that's interesting, and I'm sure young mothers will be pleased that this is going on.
Yes, at least the service is going to continue, and that's hot off the press. The decision was made last night.
That's brilliant, isn't it?
So that's good. I think you also want to know the sort of things that go on in the town hall.
Yes, I do.
There are some regular activities going on in the town hall during a week. On a Monday in the morning, the Citizens Advice Bureau are there, and people can drop in. There's no appointments; you just drop in and sort of wait your turn. And he's there from 9:30 to 12:30.
So there's legal advice?
Legal, any sort of advice, basically. 9:30 to 12:30 every Monday morning, apart from this coming Monday, obviously, because it's a
he's actually given me some advice.
Oh, has he?
He's very good too.
Oh, good. So yes, I mean that's a service there that's on there most Mondays.
Yeah.
On a Tuesday, we have in the evenings a Zumba class. And
I don't know what Zumba is. What is it?
It's a physical activity done to music. It's actually very enjoyable. I've done it myself.
Oh, have you?
It is quite fast. And keeping up with the steps sometimes can be a bit difficult.
So it's definitely aerobic then?
Yes, it's a fitness class. And in the other hall we have on a Tuesday evening strictly dancing. So that's learning how to dance properly, which I'm not very good at, I have to say.
And have you been?
I did go a class once, yes, but I didn't stick that one out.
Okay.
That's learning how to walk.
And this is mainly for ladies or mainly for men?
No, I mean certainly the strictly dancing, you usually go in couples.
Really?
And learn to dance together, and that was my problem because my partner didn't come with me, so I didn't keep it going. On Wednesday evenings we usually have council meetings there in the chamber. On a Thursday evening we actually have another Zumba class. It's very popular at the moment. And in the other hall there's a Slimming World class going on.
I understand the Slimming World lady is leaving.
She's actually left. She left last week. But the Slimming World.
This was Dawn, wasn't it?
Dawn, yes, and it was her last week. But the Slimming World organisation have brought somebody else in, so it is running tonight, and hopefully for the future somebody else is.
It's very popular, isn't it?
It is very popular, yes, and it seems to be successful for a lot of people.
Yes, it does.
Those are the sort of things that are going on every week, but obviously the halls are available for lots of different things, and I don't know if you realise that the council chamber is licensed for weddings.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, so we're the only hall in Selsey outside of a church that is licensed for weddings.
Okay.
And in fact, I got married there myself last year. brilliant.
Really?
Yes. So I've tried and tested, and it works very well, because the good thing about the town hall complex, you can get married in the council chamber and then use the other halls for your reception.
Oh, lovely.
And we've got a garden, so it works very well. Everything under one
And how much
roof.
does it cost to hire the town hall for that purpose?
Well, depending on how many sessions you want, but for getting married in the council chamber, it's one session. So it's £26.
Cool, that's good, isn't it?
But that's only for hiring the hall. You obviously have to pay for the licence.
And so on.
Yes, which obviously can add up. And again, it's depending on what time.
But if you want to hire the town hall for the reception,
yes.
how does that work out?
Again, it's depending on how long you want it.
Yep.
But for one session, for one hall, again, it's £26.
So how long is a session?
4 hours.
It's long enough, isn't it?
Yes.
And for that, do you get used to the kitchen and stuff?
Yes, you do. And as I said, there's a garden there as well. So
it's very good value.
It's a very good value, actually.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So yes, and the halls are used for various different things. The British Legion Women's Section use it once a month. The WI use it once a month, and then we obviously have on Saturday mornings, quite often coffee mornings, and tabletop sales. And I mean, it's used for such a variety of events.
It's a lovely hall anyway, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And it's amazing. People still now come to us and say, "I didn't know this was here." I mean, you walk past it.
I understand that.
Walk past it every day or drive past.
And you're using it in May for the European elections, aren't you?
Yes. Our hall has to be used for the elections.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thanks a lot, Jim.
That's fine.
We will see you at the end of May for the beginning of June.
All right, we'll do.
All right, thanks a lot, Jim.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Hugh. Now, during that interview with Jill Jennings, we heard that the council had decided to rent the space at the Selsey Centre to the Selsey Community Nursery. So we'll pass over to Nick Jones, who's talking to Lisa about exactly what they're going to do with the space.
This is Nick Jones, the roving reporter for Selsey Internet Radio. Today we've got the news through that the replacement for First Steps, the nursery in Selsey, has been replaced by a new Selsey Community Nursery. And today I'm with Lisa, who is the chairman of the committee, and she's going to tell us all about what she's going to do next. Lisa, are you excited?
Very excited, yes. The tea was well lubricated, shall we say, last night. However, now today, obviously, the hard work starts.
Absolutely.
Our application at the moment is already being processed by Ofsted.
Yes. How's that going? Is that going all right?
We're hoping. I do chase them quite regularly, and I'm a pain in the backside to them.
Good.
But I hope, obviously we want to open on the 14th.
Yeah. So. Obviously, there's no problems with the property because that has got Ofsted anyway, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
So there shouldn't be any problems.
Yeah.
Good.
We have advertised for a manager for the nursery, and applications, we've extended it actually. Applications will close next Friday. Mm-hmm. That's advertised through Selsey Works. Mm-hmm. We'll also be advertising for staff in the nursery.
Right. How many have you got now? Do you know how many there are? Or are you going to start from scratch, really?
We will start from scratch.
Right.
As we're a new company, we're not taking over the staff, so we have to show that we are advertising in the correct way. It's open to everybody. We intend to take on 6 staff at the moment in the rooms. Then we'll have the administration, and also obviously the manager and a cook as well.
So the manager is not going to be the administrator as well? You're going to have a separate... Right, no. Fine.
Yeah.
So the manager will be the one who organises the day-to-day activities and who attends and who doesn't?
Yeah, we're looking for somebody who can run a good team. That is absolutely imperative, that it's a really good team, communicates well with the parents, sources outdoor activities for the children, looks outside of the box to engage the children and to make it a fantastic nursery. Great.
I know you've got lots of plans, haven't you, for other things, extensions.
Yes.
Are you going to have a hot meal every day?
Hot meal every day for the funded sessions as well.
Excellent.
So every child will have a home cooked, it'll be cooked on site by the cook. In the afternoon as well, there'll be a cooked meal too. We're hoping also that the holiday club that will be running throughout the holiday periods, they will also have a hot meal.
Oh, good.
So that it's assisting working mums, but also it's maybe helping the children too.
Now, Breakfast Club, is that something you're thinking of as well?
Breakfast club and also after school club.
Excellent.
So we know that Medmurray already run a breakfast club, so for that we'll probably focus on Seal School to support them and to support the children there too, providing them with a nutritious breakfast in the morning and then walking them to school. After school as well, it'll be the same opportunity to have a meal or a snack when they come out of school. And also we plan to put on some fantastic activities for them to engage them, but also to support the school as well. So we're going to be speaking with the schools to be able to engage with them, to know what level the children are at. And
obviously finance is a very important thing. Are you getting any support from local businesses?
Yes, we are. We have support from Target, who's offered to lend us our start-up money for a year. We also are applying for several grants as well, which we're entitled to as a community company. Budgeons has been fantastic. They have offered the frontage of the Budgeons to sell cakes, to sign up children.
Oh, great.
Absolutely. And they've also got buckets in there as well.
Oh, that's great.
And they're also doing a second-hand book sale. So any second-hand books anyone's got, they take them into Budgeons and they're selling them on our behalf.
And what do you have? Haven't you got a big day planned for?
We have, yes. We've named it Selsey Fest.
Ah, yeah.
That's on the 24th of August, which is Sunday of the bank holiday weekend in August. It's going to be a fantastic day. Lots of different activities. There's going to be bands, music. There will be beer tents. There will be games. There's a bungee run that will be there. Bouncy castles. It's going to be a fun day.
And this will be held behind Selsey Centre?
No, this will be held behind Budgeons.
Behind Budgeons, on the cricket pitch, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, great.
So
great.
Anyone that wants to volunteer to help us that day, obviously we'll need lots of volunteers for marshals, etc., for car parking.
So now the work starts and you're going to be in contact with presumably Chichester College, because they're the ones who used to run First Steps, aren't they?
That's correct.
So you'll have a smooth transition. This is the most important thing, isn't it?
In fact, that's one of the phone calls I'm making today, is to the college to start negotiations on what equipment they've got there, and if we do the decoration for them, so they can literally walk out on that Friday. We go in, sort it all out, and then we're able to open on the Monday.
Well, many congratulations, Lisa, and your committee and everyone who's been involved.
Thank you.
Well done. Got a new nursery school coming into Selsey, the Selsey Community Nursery, in the place where First Steps were, and you're going to be taking over, and a nice smooth transition, and I'll be back to talk to you later in the year to see how things are going. How's that?
That's great, Nick.
All right. Thank you very much indeed for your time, Lisa.
Thank you.
Bye.
Amazing. Congratulations to the Selsey Community Nursery team, who've done an absolutely fantastic piece of work pulling the whole thing together. And now over to Pat Reed, who's going to tell us what she's found on the High Street in Selsey.
Hi, I'm Pat Reed, your monthly Selsey shopper. Each month I'll bring you a few informative and hopefully helpful hints of what's going on in Selsey shops. This month I have another 5 establishments which caught my eye on my walk around. I'm sure a lot of you are aware of Selsey Works, who have premises in the High Street next to the Town Hall. But if you've not yet visited this enterprising shop, then pop in and see what they do. They offer a range of business services to support small and medium-sized businesses, such as providing the internet, meeting rooms to hire by the half day, and much more. There are also 6 pop-up shop spaces to rent by the fortnight, which can be a launch pad and trial of selling your own products or selling other people's to help you get established. Options include workshop space to demonstrate your products or run courses, and selling online at Selsey Works from as little as 3% commission. For more information, pop into their shop or telephone 01243 200 975. Further along, Retro Treats is the lovely sweet shop in the high street that has shelves stocked with dozens of jars of all the sweets we remember from years past. I notice that they do a party bag service. You can choose a theme for your children's party, and they have 30 suggested themes such as Peppa Pig, Disney, or anything else you care to choose. Let them know how many bags you require and choose the contents. They'll then make them up ready for you to collect. It doesn't have to be just children's parties, as most adults like sweets as well. I popped into Flawless Finish at 133 High Street to have a look at their flooring, carpets and rugs, and was surprised to find that they also sell beds, lights and small items of furniture. They had some particularly attractive small lounge and bedroom chairs which caught my eye. I took away their catalogue of chairs and other bedroom items which they stock or can order for you in materials, colours and wood of your choice. These are made just along the coast at Littlehampton. A little further along, Scott Jenkins Bathrooms, Plumbing and Electrical have a sale on at the moment. There was quite a range of stock to look at, and he says that he can beat the price on any like-for-like product. So if you're thinking of a new bathroom, it's worth calling in for a free quote, as you have nothing to lose. The last shop in Hillfield Road as you go towards the sea is Summit Bikes, run by Steve Mitchell. For any cyclist, and there are many in Selsey, this shop is well worth a visit. He has bikes for sale and hire, including electric, BMX and many more. He also does repairs and servicing. I was interested to learn that he does guided rides across the South Downs and has demo bikes for you to try. So if any group would like to arrange with Steve a guided ride, give him a call on 01243 697 547 or call into his shop. Steve is also doing a sponsored bike ride for a leukemia charity from London to Paris between the 18th and 23rd of June. So call in to see him or phone him on 01243 69547 to support this good cause. Well, that's just a few of the shops I called into for this month, but tune in for a few more tips in June.
Thank you, Pat. And over to Hugh Graham, who's with Lynn, talking about their ideas for a street market in Selsey.
I am talking with Lynn from Tutney Rice, who's got a wonderful idea, putting a street market in Selsey High Street. Would that be like Lymington then, Lynn?
Oh yes, I don't know if you've ever been to Lymington.
I certainly have.
But all along the high street on a Saturday and a Wednesday, they close the street off and they put in a lovely market. And people come from miles to Lymington Market just because they know it's there, it's well established. And the stalls go right the way up the road. It's really lovely to see.
What is the length of the market in Lymington?
I don't know, but it's quite a long hill.
It must be, what,
It is,
over
yeah.
half a mile?
It's got to be. Yeah, it's got to be at least that much.
Yes.
But more importantly than how big the market is, it's the amount of footfall it brings into that little town.
Yeah.
Lymington's a town, isn't it? It brings an awful lot of footfall in, and the visitors in the summer really love it. And the shopkeepers benefit from it. They really do.
Yeah.
The place is buzzing. It's buzzing on a Saturday.
Well,
it really
yeah.
is. And I think in Selsey that would work. I really do think it would work, and I'd love to see it. I know that we wouldn't want to tread on too many shopkeepers' toes. I'm a shopkeeper myself. I wouldn't want my own toes trod on. But I think we could do it sympathetically.
But in any case, Lynn, surely some of the shopkeepers will have their own stall.
I would have thought so, yes. I mean, yes.
I mean, you put your cakes on a stall, wouldn't you?
Of course I would. Yes, of course I will. I think what killed it last time, and somebody has directly said to me that they wouldn't like to see, for instance, burger vans and things like that in the village because there's an awful lot of cafes around that rely on trade from the public eating in there. And so I can see that, but I think it can be done with empathy. And I think it can be done. I think you can bring in stalls, you can cherry pick what stalls you want to put in there. I think on the plus side also, you're going to bring money into the community. If you charged what the markets charged to put a stall on Selsey High Street, that money could go back into the high street.
Sure.
You
Okay.
know, whoever's looking after it, whether it be...
What's the going rate for a stall?
I think it's about £20.
Okay. Yeah.
I think so. for a market stall. It always used to be that anyway. I don't know what it is today, Hugh.
Right.
We'd have to find out, wouldn't
So
we?
when would this start and when would this finish?
Well, we haven't even gone with council, haven't we?
Supposing you could get all the permissions you need,
Yes.
and you could get the enthusiastic support of various local organisations, not forgetting the town and Chichester Council.
That's right, yeah.
Assuming all that's out of the way, when would it start and when would it finish?
How do you mean when would it start? You mean month of the year?
In the morning.
Oh, in the morning, yeah. Oh, yeah,
What time?
definitely in the morning. Well, most markets start about 9 o'clock, don't they?
Okay. And they go on till 3?
They go on till 3.
Which part of the high street would you have the market in?
Oh, I'd like to see it all the way down from, let's say, from the Crown down to the Rivy.
Right, so basically from East Street to West Street then.
Well, it would depend how big it got. If it got any bigger, we'd need to take up a little bit more of the road, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
But that you can go round the road. You can. It's easily diverted.
Yeah.
And once those legalities are in place, it would be easily implemented every week with manpower and volunteers, of course. And I just think it's a smashing idea for Selsey. I really do. I don't know why we haven't got a market. For instance, clothes. We've got a little clothes store. But we haven't really got a men's outfitters anywhere, have we?
No.
We haven't.
No.
And that's something that we can't get in Selsey, so why can't we have a store selling that kind of thing? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, true. And we haven't got walking sticks, have we?
No,
Well, all sorts
there's lots of things we
got.
haven't got that we could bring into Selsey.
Local farmers could bring their produce in too, couldn't they?
As long as we did it sympathetically with the other shopkeepers.
Sure.
And the only way to do that really is to say to the shopkeepers, come and let's have a talk about it.
Right.
Let's have a talk about it. Let's sit down and discuss which stalls you would be prepared to let to come in. And then let's go to the public and say, what stalls do you want in?
Yeah.
And let's have a meeting about it.
Okay.
Let's start it with a meeting.
Who's the is it an association of shopkeepers in Selsey?
Well, yes, Selsey Business Partnership.
Okay, fine. So, all right. So, Selsey Business Partnership. Are you putting the idea to them?
I certainly will be, yes. I won't be at their next meeting, unfortunately, because I'm on holiday.
Yeah.
But I will be in the May meeting. I certainly will be.
Now,
putting
if the
it
Selsey
forward.
Business Partnership actually supports it, then what happens?
I think that a petition is a good way of going about things, to see
Yeah.
just how many people want it. And then a meeting with everybody that wants to be involved to see just how much are in favour and against. And then perhaps to get together all of cross the T's and dot the I's for the council, and then to go to the council and see if they'll grant us permission. I'm sure that if a lot of people object, we're not going to get it. But in talking to people, I find that more people are for it than are against it. And in fact, I've only talked to 2 people that have said, well, I'm not too sure about it. Nobody's actually said we don't want it, because it's bringing things in for you that you're going to need and want. And there are a lot of elderly people in Selsey that can't get out to a market.
Yep.
They can't go to a market in Chichester, and they would absolutely love it. So that's what I want to try and do.
So how long? So the high street from West Street to East Street, or from East Street to West Street, will be shut for 6 or 7 hours. Mm-hmm. So the traffic would go down East Street.
We could do it again. We could do it sympathetically. We could do it so that we keep half the road open for emergency vehicles, for instance.
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so ambulances and things like that wouldn't be.
Because they do that limited, don't
Yes, they do.
Yeah.
You put barriers down the half of the road.
It's also a really good idea for the pedestrians. You can walk up and down
You
easily
walk up
too.
and down, and they're not going to get knocked over by
Yeah.
cars. But emergency vehicles will still be able to get through.
Yeah.
I think that's a really good idea. The other people, of course, that I might have to talk to are people like the Venture Club, because I believe they do a little bus service, so we might have to sort of think about that. But we need to do it all sympathetically, so that everybody in the village is happy with what's going on.
Well, there's no earthly reason why the people who are using the Venture bus couldn't actually still be delivered to the high street.
To the high street for the market.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure
Okay.
they'd love it.
Then I think Selsey High Street Market sounds like a brilliant idea.
Thank you, Hugh.
So good luck with it.
Thank you, Hugh.
You keep us informed, won't you?
Yeah, I certainly will. I certainly will.
Lovely.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Hugh and Lynn. That is the end of the show. I'm afraid we run out of time for Lynn's chocolate chip recipe. What a difficult thing to say. Maybe we can squeeze it in next week. You'll have to find out. So it's goodbye from myself and the team, and hope to see you again next week. Bye.